Nice to see you, so many of you. This is our first MAM in Bulgaria. Yes, the second one. I'm sorry. Thank you for the update. What we do, we are a company that produces our own software, RouterOS, and we also manufacture our own hardware. And we have more than 200 products in many categories, starting from simple home devices like home access points, which can bring you connectivity to your laptops, tablets, PCs, whatever you need. We have professional outdoor solutions for point-to-point, point-to-multipoint wireless networks. We have small office, home office devices for small offices and places where you don't need a powerful carrier routers, and they comes for very reasonable prices. And we also have carrier-grade gateway routers that can be used for multiple thousands of users. Our company comes from Latvia, Riga. We are like 300 employees, and all the manufacturing and development process happens in our headquarters in Riga. The company originally was established in 1996, and it started as a wireless ISP. And when the time passed, we had some difficulties with some equipment, and we had a great idea. Maybe we can create our own software. So in year 1997, the first RouterOS version was created, and later in year 2002, we manufactured and created our first hardware. Our products are available all around the world. We have more than 1,500 consultants. They can help you with simple or advanced configurations, because if you are a novice user or maybe you are experienced in some other field, a consultation may be very useful. It can save you time and even money. We have more than 600 distributors all around the world. There are also distributors in Bulgaria. You can later check out the exhibition hall, and if you would like to buy something, you can contact them. We also have more than 500 trainers, which are regularly teaching training sessions and help novice users to get experience with working with RouterOS. And we also have 600 academies all around the world, and there are a couple of them in Bulgaria also. So far, we have had more than 200 events in more than 80 plus countries. And the largest MUM we had so far was in Indonesia, and it gathered more than 3,500 participants. Today, there are three staff members from MikroTik. Me, Viesturs. I am a wireless guy. I can help you with wireless-related questions. Then there is Martin. He's also a support guy. He can help you with various questions, and he's very knowledgeable. And our sales representative is also called Martin. And if you wish, you can arrange a meeting to discuss cooperation. Our agenda can be seen in our website, mikrotik.com/agenda. You can check the agenda, and when all of the presenters will present their presentations. if you have a lunch coupon, you can go to the lunch. The lunch will start at 1 o'clock. It will be located in downstairs in the hotel restaurant. And after the event finishes, there will be a friendly gathering where there also be a raffle. Everyone who has registered to the event will take place in it, and after that there will be some small talk, and you can drink some beer and talk with your colleagues and other MikroTik users. The wireless network for the event is called, the SSID is called MOM Bulgaria, and the password is MikroTik. A special thanks to MikroTik BG Shop, as they helped us to create this event today. So make some applauses for them. Thank you. Now I will tell you more about our recent product. We have a very strong 60 gigahertz product family, which can be used for various setups. Like we have indoor access point WAP-G, which I will later show you how it works real time when I will have after the lunch presentation about 60 gigahertz, and I will tell you more. As the device is a perfect fit, you can connect a wireless Ethernet network without cables and connect, by example, two exhibition hall points together without installing cables. Then we have a very great point-to-point or point-to-multipoint wireless device called wireless wire dish. The device can reach distances up to 1.5 kilometers and even more. With the upper frequency range, I will tell about that later. And the device is all of the for these two devices, for WAP and wireless wire dish, the wireless speed is limited by the Ethernet. It basically means the speed could be even more, but currently it is limited by the Ethernet, and you can reach speeds up to 1 gigabit per second full duplex due to the Ethernet limitations. There's also devices for client side, like A60 Square Lite 60. They are cheaper, and they have 100 megabytes per second fast Ethernet port. It basically means if you are creating a point-to-multipoint setup for multiple clients, you don't need to add additional quality of service or limit the traffic by any way, because the device already has 100 megabytes per second fast Ethernet port. The LAG60 Lite, it is the same story as S60 Square Lite. It has the LAG Lite has the same functionality as the wireless wire dish, but it is limited by the Ethernet to fast Ethernet 100 megabytes per second port. We have very strong 4G and LTE devices, like LTAP Mini is a great companion if you need to install an LTE-based device to get connectivity for moving structures, like by example buses. Maybe there are some cruise ships that are going down the river, and you can get the internet connectivity using this device. It also has a GPS, and you can track your driver or captain wherever he goes. Then there's a WAP LTE. The device is a great companion for your home. It has an LTE interface, and it also has a 2.4 gigahertz wireless interface, so you can install it in your home, and you will get wireless connectivity through your house without need of any additional cables. If you are living in more rural areas outside the city in countryside, then there might be issues that you can't get an optical cable or Ethernet to your house. Then there is a great option to use LTE devices with directional antennas. What does it mean? It means that the devices have directional antennas which can extend the LTE connectivity far more than it is for mobile phones, tablets, and so on. And by example, if you choose a LHG with a parabolic dish, the distance will be even farther than it is for SXT, because the antenna has a better radiation pattern. This is our CRS 309. It has 8 SFP plus ports, 1 gigabit Ethernet port, and it has a passive cooling. It means that it doesn't have a active cooling, and it has less of a chance of failure. It also has a redundant power using. You can power it using POE, or you can power it using the classical DC jack. This is our new product, PWR Line AP. It can be used to create an Ethernet network using your home electrical network. It means that you connect the device into your electrical socket, and the second device you connect in other room, and you can get as Ethernet connectivity through your power grid. The device has also a built-in wireless interface, so you can also have wireless connectivity. The device is very easy to use. It automatically pairs with the slave device, and it is so easy to use that it supports home plug AV standard. It means that in future, when we will produce new products, they will be compatible with the current PWR Line standard. And the device runs RouterOS, so it will be very easy, understandable, and easy to configure. You can easily configure it. This is a PWR Line device without wireless interface, but it has a micro USB. It means that you can connect Lite or Lite, which can be powered by micro USB. And you can, by connecting one of those devices, you will have a wireless interface for the PWR Line, if there's a need for that. It is very easy to connect it to the PWR Line AP and other routers over the electrical grid. Here you can see a simplified a diagram where you can see on the left top corner there is a wireless dish which provides the internet connectivity. The cable goes down in the basement. It is connected to the PWR Line AP, and from the basement, by connecting it in the electrical grid, you get the connectivity in your house without adding any new cables. This is our RouterBOARD 4011. It is a very powerful wireless device and also a router. It has 2 wireless interfaces. One wireless interface is 2.4 gigahertz wireless interface, which supports 802.11 BGN standards, and it also has 4-chain 5 gigahertz wireless interface, which is the first 160 megahertz the channel supported device. For the 5 GHz interface, it supports data rates up to 1,733 megabits per second. The device has very powerful 4-core CPU, so you can use it for both, for wireless connectivity and also for routing, and use most popular routing protocols. It has also 10 gigabit SFP plus port. You can also add a SFP module, and it has an inbuilt IPsec hardware encryption in case if you need encrypt your traffic. The device can handle it very well. It has a RAM of 1 gigabit, and it also has a POE out port on the Ethernet 10 interface. You can later take a look at it. We will put it on our registration table after the opening. There's also a non-wireless version, which can be used in a rack mount. It has mounting rack ears, and it can be used as a small, powerful router. This is our WAP-AC kit device. It is a dual-band wireless device which has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz wireless interfaces. It has 2 gigabit Ethernet interfaces, and also a mini PCI slot for an additional LTE card. It has a powerful 4-core CPU, and it is available in 3 configurations. You can get it an LTE version, a 4G version, and also you can get it without a mini PCI card if you would like to use it your own. I will tell you more about our upcoming products that will be introduced soon. We are currently making revolution and creating new type of concept for our company. It's called GPEN, or Gigabit Passive Ethernet Network. Here you can see the classical. Probably you had some experience with it. It is a gigabit passive optical network, which is also called as GPEN. And the gigabit passive Ethernet network consists of multiple devices. The first one is GPER. It is also in your gift bag. The device is a gigabit passive Ethernet repeater, and it can be also used as an Ethernet extender with POE pass-through. The device has a supported voltage from 24 to 57 volts, and it has also integrated surge protection for up to 15 kilovolts. The loss for the device can reach distances up to 1.5 kilometers using POE, and the loss for 100 meters is approximately 2.5 volts. This is a GESP. The device is a gigabit Ethernet surge protector. It will be very useful if you have very expensive equipment indoors, or maybe radio links, in case if there's statical discharges or any type of hazardness for your equipment. The device can handle up to 30 kilovolts, and it can be used for both, for towers, poles, masts, and even server rooms. This is GPEN. The GPEN is a gigabit passive Ethernet network component. There will be 2 types of devices. GPEN 11, which will be a POE injector, and it can be mounted in a secure location, and you can mount it wherever you want, on the wall, or what is the best solution for you. And there will be also GPEN 221. It will be a smart injector. It will have an SFP for fiber, and also it can convert the SFP or optical to copper functionality. This is our netPower 15FR device. It has CRS 318 in the core. It has 16 Ethernet ports and 2 SFP uplinks. It has implemented the new GPEN core technology. It will have reverse POE or POE in on 15 of the Ethernet ports, and also it will have it has one POE out single port, and the price for the device will be very affordable compared to other products in the market. This is our netPower 16P. It has the same functionality as CRS 318. It has 16 gigabit Ethernet POE out ports, and also 2 SFP plus uplink ports to add optical cable connection. This is our netPower Lite AP. The device consists of CSS 610. It is powered by switchOS, by simple switchOS. It is basically for switching purposes. It will have 8 Ethernet ports with POE out and 2 SFP plus for gateway uplink. It will have a built-in UPS battery support, and the price will be very affordable. Here you can see the products in more detail. The netPower 15FR, the netPower 16P, and the netPower Lite 8P. As you can see, there are additional cassettes where you can put the optical cable, and you won't need to add additional optical gadgets. Here you can see the concept in real life setups. There's a central office which is connected to the CRS 318, and the GPER devices are between the CRS and client premises, and in the client side there will be GPEN which will be powering up the CRS device. This is our MQS. It is our successor of the previously wireless out-of-band management WUM. It is a very great tool for administrators, because if you don't have a device like a mobile phone, tablet, or a laptop without an Ethernet port, you can connect this device to your router or switch through Ethernet, and you can connect to the device through wireless. So you can manage your device without Ethernet. It also can be powered up from a power bank, and if you need to reinstall a device in tower, you can use it to power up a wireless device, connect from the bottom of the tower to the MQS, and run net install using it. And it also has a POE out support, and it can it supports voltage up to 12 volts. We are very proud to introduce you our LoRa gateway. It is WAP 2 GHz AP with a LoRa gateway. It will be used as a gateway for LoRa clients for whatever purpose you need. The possibilities are endless. It can be used as a packet forwarder for your public or private network server. It has an integrated 2.5 dBi antenna, also with an external antenna support, and the LoRa mini PCI module will be also later available as a mini PCI card, and you can, and it will be possible to add it to our current equipment, which supports, which has the mini PCI slot. This is our MUPS Pro version. It has the same form factor as MUPS. It can be used to add a battery there can be add the battery 12 volts / 24 volts, and it has a PoE out 24 / 48 volts. It can be managed through the web interface, and it will be a great companion in cases if there are possibilities to have power outages, and if you want to keep your equipment still running. This is our LTAP. It is a bigger brother of our LTAP Mini. The device will be available very, very soon. It will have 3 SIM slots, 2 mini PCI. You can add multiple mini PCI LTE cards. By example, if you install the device on the bus or for your truck, which is going abroad, you can add 2 SIM cards, and when the wheel crosses the border, you don't need to use roaming. You can switch the LTE connectivity with a script and have LTE connection without additionally paying for roaming. It also has a GPS, GNSS, which can provide GPS tracking for moving objects. It has a built-in 2.4 gigahertz wireless. If you wish, you can use one of the 2 mini PCI slots to add a second R11 5 gigahertz card. Then you will have wireless connectivity in both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz frequency range. It has multiple power sources. You can power it up by PoE, DC, and the MUPS device. The device also has a serial port, USB, and you can add a console to monitor other devices if there is a need. This is our new LHG XL high power device. It is a simultaneously dual band router. It has 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz interfaces. You can use it as a point-to-point link. And by example, if you're using the 5 gigahertz AC mode to get the highest throughput, and if by any case there is the link goes down, you can use it the 2.4 gigahertz interface as a backup. The device will have a gigabit Ethernet and SFP socket and you can add optical cable to it. And due to that it has very large antenna and high output power, it can reach very large distances. For more precise data about the distances, I would recommend use our MikroTik path calculator, or if you have already professional path tools, you can calculate the link budget. This is our CRS 326. The device has 24 SFP 10 gigabyte ports. It also has 2 QSFP ports, which supports 40G modules. And here you can see our CRS312 device. The device has 8 10 gigabit Ethernet ports, 4 10 gigabit Ethernet slash 10 gigabit SFP plus combo ports. It can be used as a very powerful switch, and also has console and management ports, and it has a dual power supply unit. In case of failure, the device can switch to the secondary power supply unit. We are very proud to introduce you to CRS354. The device is our first 48 gigabit port switch. It will also have 4 SFP plus ports and 2 QSFP ports for 40G modules. Later we will introduce also the 48 port pull-out version, and it will be hopefully available soon. Here you can see our recent CCR update. All the CCR are running on 60 core and 36 core processor CPUs. Now all of the devices will have redundant power supply units, and it will be more safe to use it in case of failure. We will add a full-size USB port to add external memory storage, and it has optional 48-volt power supply available separately if it is needed. And also the power supply unit design is improved. This is our wireless home access point audience. I would say it is your best companion for your home multimedia devices. It will have it has 3 wireless interfaces, 2.4, 5 gigahertz interface and also another 5 gigahertz interface to pair it with other audience devices, to use it as a mesh type network to extend the distances and increase the coverage. It has 2 Ethernet ports, and the LTE model will come with a SIM slot and Cat6 modem. We have also very great apps for managing the devices using your phone. They are available on iOS and Android, and you can download them in App Store and Play Store. We recommend to keep your devices up to date because if the device has the latest software, it has the latest features and the latest security improvements. The long-term evolution version should be used for gateway devices. For customer premises, you can use also a stable version because it has been tested and it should work great. And if you want to test the new features before other users, you can use the beta version, but you should use it very careful and not at. I wouldn't recommend to use it on wireless links remote side, because if you will lose the connectivity, then you will have to go there on site. Thank you for the attention. Soon there will be the next presenter, and thank you all for coming.